I've shifted locations. I'm now in Paris. I'm in a top floor at my nephew's place. He's let's see, how old is he? 20, early 20s, living the life, living in Paris, learning French and trying to have that experience. And so very, very sweet. And then there's also, I left my mom and dad this morning, and yeah, I've been really struggling with it since leaving. And it's this weird mixture of things, a kind of nostalgia there. There's some fear mixed in that this, might be the last time I see my dad. He keeps shrinking and getting littler every time I see him. And then there's also something really sweet about that. There's something so poignant about the stage in our lives. I'm guessing many of you have already sort of are on the other side of losing a parent or parents, and yeah, it's just life. It's sort of the full package deal. And anyway, so here's the quote that from Pema Chodron that is alive. If you're truly alive and aware, life will feel uncertain, uncomfortable, and unfamiliar. Growth constantly pushes us beyond our comfort zone. And watching my daughter and my nephew, sitting at dinner with them tonight, and just thinking, gosh, it wasn't that long ago that they were like little toddlers, and here we are sharing a bottle of French red wine and having a meal and talking about life and politics and dating and relationships and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it's pretty wild. And so things are constantly changing. And that, of course, that cuts both ways. There's the change. There's the good stuff that we want to hang on to, and we don't want it to change. And then there's things that when things aren't that good, it's like we kind of want things to keep moving, keep progressing, so that we can move beyond it. And no matter which way you slice and dice it, change is going to happen. And I think what I like about this quote is this idea of not shrinking away from any of it, or not leaning too hard and grasping too intensely or anything, but really sort of finding the ability to kind of like a surfer ride the wave. And anyway, so that's the theme for today, is this, just checking in, how are we flowing with changes and with life as it unfolds, versus stomping our feet and demanding that things be this way or that way. So anyway, let's spend some time there. So go ahead and close your eyes. As always, just starting off right where we are. However you find yourself, sitting, laying down, just notice, this is what it's like right now. This is what the body's doing. Noticing sounds around you. And noticing how sounds are constantly changing. It's never static. So even if we talk about something like, oh, there's the traffic, really pay attention. Traffic is made up of so many different ever-changing auditory experiences. It never stands still. And of course, the same goes for all of the senses. The same with smell, taste, and touch. It's always changing. And when things are good and they're pleasant, enjoyable, we have this tendency to sort of want to lock that down in time and just say, oh yeah, this is what I like. Keep it this way. And when times are tough, we can't wait for something different to happen. We want change. And of course, what we want and what actually happens are two completely different things. And I find I'm usually on the losing end of that equation if I get too tight about things. So maybe that's the question to start off with here is, what's an area in your life that feels really positive and really good? Maybe it hasn't always been this way and you're really appreciating how good things are. So feeling into that part of you that doesn't want this to go away or to be different. It finally feels good. Things have been good for a while now. Of course, we want it to stay that way if we could. And then think of something in your life that maybe doesn't feel so good. You pulled that muscle again, or you injured yourself somehow again in that same spot, or you're back in some kind of a tense exchange with someone that you've been in this situation before, and just feeling into that part of you that's sitting there saying, oh, I can't wait for this to be over. I can't wait to heal. Can't wait to move past this. This sucks. Of course, what binds those two experiences together is this very human sentiment or this wish that we have. We place demands on life, on our experiences. We want them to be a certain way. So the practice right now is just to see if you can just let go of that, just very deliberately and intentionally just say, I'm going to just wholeheartedly lean into and embrace whatever comes my way, letting go of preconceived notions of good or bad or what the mind says we think we need. Really just meet life on its own terms. Now this. Sounds really simple, but it's really hard to do because it takes an incredible amount of courage and faith, kind of existential trust that whatever's unfolding now is what is meant to be. Sort of finding the joy in being able to participate in whatever that is. Appreciating our sadness, looking forward to times that may feel emotionally or spiritually challenging. Appreciating the fleeting nature of laughter and joyful experiences and connections. It's all the stuff that makes the experience of life rich and deep. Everything in life has a season. So don't miss the season that you're in right now. And appreciate how multifaceted it is. It's got its pains. It's got its blessings. It's all part of the deal. Just to really be there for it, all of it. Take a deep breath in. Slow out breath through the mouth. Relaxing the hands, the belly, the shoulders, the throat. Just letting it go. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In through the nose. And out through the mouth. Relaxing the throat, jaw, the eyes. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try to open your eyes. Come on back. So my wish for you is that whatever the rest of your day looks like, is that you are fully present for it and just appreciate the richness of all of it. So I hope that was helpful. All right, everyone. See you tomorrow. Have a good day.